This is Queer Etc. My name is Emilio, and thank you for watching. Today, I'm going to be talking about my experience as a social worker, and a lot of people I've found don't know what a social worker is. So what that means is that I will be licensed to really be the voice for people who have been disempowered and people who have been marginalized. So social workers are kind of a combination. If you think about psychologists, and if you think about doctors, and if you think about lawyers, a social worker would be a person, if you see a triangle, the social worker is right in the middle. We really need to know a little bit about everything. Personally, I've helped people find apartments, I've helped people find jobs, I've helped people just access basic needs like food, showers, and haircuts. But a lot of what I see is that the laws don't help them. And the way that people think about marginalized communities is really interesting because they typically think people of color. But what I think about is yes, people of color, but also women and also people who are homeless. And homelessness is something that I've dealt with most of my career. So what I pride myself in is helping people to think through their situations in a way that is empowering, right? Homelessness is something that affects a lot of people for various reasons. Someone could be from six figures to nothing in a day because emergencies happen and this country doesn't have a lot of good health care. As well as just life, financial crisis, environmental disasters. There's a lot of reasons, and so there's this stigma attached to homelessness that makes it hard for someone to get out of homelessness. So in future videos I will be talking about other causes, but for this video I want to say that the government has a very punitive way of looking at homelessness and people in poverty. A lot of the programs that exist to help those populations actually punish them for their mistakes. Food stamps, for example, that's a very controversial program. But food stamps is essentially a benefit card. It's actually called the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program these days. And you can only use those benefits to buy food that is not cooked. You could go to the supermarket, get groceries, you could get, snacks and things like that. But typically it's food that you're going to cook. You can't buy hot meals. And so that is specific so that people can't use those funds for things that are illicit, like drugs and things like that. I think the program itself is great. It's a great idea of helping people find food, but some of the rules don't make a lot of sense. The way that the poverty line is measured is not very accurate. And then there's also a lot of rules that are, again, punitive. So if you're a college student, they should make it easier for you to focus on your college work, not make it harder. But if you are a college student, then they also require that you work at least 20 hours a week. And so that can make it really difficult for someone to focus on school and do their homework and take care of whatever else they might be needing to do. Instead, they have to work for their benefits, and that may make them not complete college. So there's a lot of reform that could happen, that needs to happen. Otherwise, there's going to be tons of suffering that there already is. So as you can see, my perspective is very particular. I'm a person, and every social worker is not the same. And I hope that you will take this forward and pass on the knowledge to whoever could use it. So in future videos, I will be talking about other issues that impact people in poverty. So subscribe and like and comment on the video. I would love to hear from you. This is Queer Etc. and I'll see you next time.